changes from supercritical to the subcritical, then we call it as a hydraulic jump. So in this practical, we are going to find out various parameters. The first parameter we are going to find out, that is LJ, that is length of the jump. This is 6 times the height of jump. So how to find out HJ, that is height of the jump, D2 minus D1. So what is D2? D2 is, if you see in the cross section, we have a D2 here and this is D1. Okay. Then we have to find out the FE1, Proud's number 1, that is V1 upon under root GD1. Okay. Then fourth parameter we have to find out, that is FE2, V2 divided by under root GD2. Okay. Fifth parameter is delta E. Okay. So delta is D2 minus D1 raised to Q divided by 4 D1 D2. So these are the hydraulic parameters we are going to determine in the today's practical. So we have to start the pump step by step procedure. We have to find out. Then after this is the, you can say, the practical setup. Okay. So first let us see, we have to start the pump. After starting the pump, the water is coming from the one tank. Hello. Okay. So in today's practical, we are going to conduct step-by-step procedure for the hydraulic jump. So first we need to start the pump. Okay. So if you see here, we have a pump. So we have to start the pump. This is the sump tank by which the water will come through this inlet pipe. Then the water is coming through this inlet pipe. Okay. In the channel. So here we have the wall. Okay, this is the wall. Now this wall will require for the to minimize and maximize the discharge. Okay, so by opening this wall, what we have to do for maximum discharge, we have to open full wall. Okay, for the first reading we have to open full wall. Now you have to consider this is a dam, okay, and from the base of the dam, the channel is started. This channel is a rectangular channel, okay. So see here we have the width of the channel. This is the width of the channel, and this is the depth of the channel. Okay, this is the total depth of the channel. Then come here. So we have the sluice gate on the spillway, above the spillway. For example, we have a spillway here, and above the spillway there is a gate. So we have to open the gate and we have to supply the water for irrigation to the channel. So now this is the water is flowing through the channel. Now we have to form the hydraulic pump. So from the downstream side we have another gate, sluice gate 2. Then we have to close this sluice gate so the hydraulic jump will form. Okay, the hydraulic jump will form. So look at the hydraulic jump. Okay. So now see here the jump will form. Okay. Now you see here. Now this is known as the hydraulic jump. Okay. This is known as the hydraulic jump. So consider this hydraulic jump will form at the base of the spillway. For example, we have a spillway here. Now we have to note down the depth here, that is D1. Okay. So let us try to understand D1. So D1 is now 2.5 centimeter. Okay. D1 is 2.5 centimeter. D1 is the depth before the formation of hydraulic jump. Now we have to take D2 after formation of the hydraulic jump. So if you see the D2 is now 5.2 centimeter, that is 0.025 centimeter. So we have recorded D1 before formation of jump and D2 after formation of the jump. Okay. Now in this measuring can we have to record the time taken to rise the water level. For example, we have assumed 2 centimeter, 20 centimeter time here, 20 centimeter depth. So with respect to that depth, we have to record the time taken to rise the water level. Okay, so as we can find out the actual distance, that is volume of measuring time divided by time, that is length into width into height of this particular measuring time. So this is about, we can determine the various parameters and we have to take the readings. So for the second setup of reading, what we have to do? We have to close the wall second time. We have to close, so the discharge is now minimum, and we have to note down for the second time of reading we have hydraulic jump. Okay, so for example, we have a channel. Okay, so this is the channel. Okay, what we have seen, then we have a spillway, dam spillway, and there will be a gate. Okay, so this is the gate which is kept over the spillway. This is spillway. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to open the gate. After opening the gate, the water will come at the base of the spillway and it will jump like this. Okay, and then it will become as a steady flow. Now this is hydraulic jump. This is hydraulic jump. So in this particular case, we have to find out Lj, we have to find out this D1, we have to find out D2, that is depth after formation of hydraulic jump, and we have to find out this Hj, that is height of jump. Okay, and also we have to find out delta E. So the observation we required in the practical, I am going to write observations. The first observation we required, that is width of the channel. Our channel is 0.09 meter. Okay, 9 centimeter channel width will be there. Then this is the observation we required. Then observation table we have. Okay, we have the observation table. So in case of the observation table, we have serial number. Okay, then we require D1, depth, that is depth of flow before jump. Okay, that is D1 in meter. Then D2, I am not writing now this sentence. D2, that is depth of flow after jump in meter. Then we have to note down, after note down this D1 and D2, we have to note down the rise of water level in measuring tank. Okay, rise of water level in measuring tank empty, that is H in meter. Okay, then we have to find out Q actual discharge. Okay, then we have to find out the FE1, Froude's number 1, then FE2. Okay, then we have to find out delta E, that is loss of energy after formation of the hydraulic flame. So this is the observation table. D1, D2, rise of water level in measuring tank, Q actual, FE1, FE2, delta E. So if you see the observation sample calculations. Okay, now next one is sample calculation. We need sample calculation. So the next one is sample calculations. I request all the students, please be ready with your calculator so as to you can calculate. So the first reading we have taken D1. Okay, what is D1? Depth of flow before jump. Okay, so D1 is equal to 2.3 centimeter, that is 0.023 meter. Then we have also recorded D2. D2 is now for example 4.6 centimeter, that is 0.046 meter. Okay, then we have to calculate now the actual discharge. Okay, we have to calculate actual discharge, that is Q actual. How will you calculate it? Volume of measuring tank, empty means measuring tank divided by time. Okay, so for this purpose I am going to sketch one simple sketch here. So this is a channel. Okay, this is a channel, and at the end of this channel, okay, we have a measuring tank. Okay, we have a measuring, this is measuring tank. Now at one side of this measuring tank we have a piezo to measure the rise of water level in the tank. This is piezometer. Okay, and this is measuring tank. Okay, so this is channel. Now how will you record this volume of measuring tank? L into V into H divided by T. Okay, so LV is the length and width of this measuring tank. This is constant, and this H we have to assume it. इथं आपल्याला H assume करायचा आहे. For example, we have assumed this H, that is rise of water level 0.2 meter. Okay, आम्ही हे assume केला, समजा की 0.2 मीटर राइज होण्यासाठी किती टाइम लागतो. We have to record in the measuring tank. Okay, so first the water is coming from the dam by opening the gate in the channel. इथं चॅनल मध्ये पाणी येतं आणि मग ते आउटलेटला, चॅनलच्या आउटलेटला येतं, जसं आपण प्रॅक्टिकल सेटअप मध्ये आता बघितलं. नाउ व्हॉट विल बी हॅपनिंग, आता जेव्हा या चॅनल मधून पाणी या मेजरिंग टँक मध्ये इथं पडेल. ओके, जेव्हा या चॅनल मधून या मेजरिंग टँकमध्ये पाणी पडायला सुरुवात होईल तेव्हा आपण काय करायचं, स्टॉप वॉचवरती टाइम लावून द्यायचा. वी हॅव ए स्टॉप वॉच. ओके, अशी आपल्याकडे एक स्टॉप वॉच आहे. हे बघा, दिस इज आवर स्टॉप वॉच. ओके, सो विथ द हेल्प ऑफ दिस स्टॉप वॉच वी हॅव टू record the time taken to rise 0.2 सेंटीमीटर हाईट. आता जेव्हा पाण्याची लेवल 0.2 मीटर जोपर्यंत येत नाही तोपर्यंत स्टॉप वॉच चालू राहते आणि जेव्हा पाण्याची लेवल 0.2 मीटर आलं या टँकमध्ये तर टाइम स्टॉप करून द्यायचा आणि तो टाइम इथं लिहायचा. फॉर एक्झाम्पल क्यू ॲक्च्युअल आता L इंटू बी 0.4 मीटर त्याची लेंथ आहे मेजरिंग टँकची, त्याची विड्थ सुद्धा 0.4 मीटर आहे आणि H आपण ॲज्युम केलं 0.2 मीटर डिवायडेड बाय टाइम. आता 0.2 सेंटीमीटर राईज होण्यासाठी याला 36 सेकंड लागले, समजा 36 सेकंड. ओके, so in this way we can calculate actual व्हॉल्यूम ऑफ मेजरिंग टँक डिवायडेड बाय टाइम 0.2. आता आपण हा जो राईज आहे तो 0.2 किंवा 0.15 किंवा 0.2 कोणताही ॲज्युम करू शकतो आणि तिथपर्यंत पाण्याची लेवल येईपर्यंत आपण टाइम मेजर करायची. समजा तुम्ही 0.15 घेतला तर मग जेव्हा या चॅनलमधून या टँकमध्ये पाणी पडेल तेव्हा ते टाइम लावून द्यायचा आणि जेव्हा 0.15 मीटरला ते पाणी राईज होईल तोपर्यंत टाइम घ्यायचा आणि जेव्हा तिथपर्यंत आलं तर टाइम स्टॉप करायचा आणि यू हॅव टू रेकॉर्ड दॅट टाइम. ओके, सो वी हॅव ॲज्युम 0.2 मीटर द राईज ऑफ वॉटर लेवल इन द मेजरिंग टँक अँड वी हॅव टू टेक द टाइम. सो प्लीज टेल मी हाऊ मच इज द डिस्चार्ज. किती डिस्चार्ज आला सांगा.
88 into 10 to -4.
Your voice.
8.88
Yes.
into 10 to -4.
Okay. मीटर क्यूब पर सेकंड. तर हा असा आपण ॲक्च्युअल डिस्चार्ज मेजर करतो. आता दुसऱ्या टायमाला काय करायचं की पहिल्या टायमाला आपण चॅनलमधून जास्त डिस्चार्ज फ्लो केला, म्हणजे आपण पूर्ण इथं जे गेट होता तो ओपन केला होता. आता दुसऱ्या वेळेस कमी गेट ओपन करायचं, म्हणजे दुसऱ्या वेळेस हे जे टाइम आहे 0.2 मीटर राईज होण्यासाठी जास्त लागेल, कारण इथून डिस्चार्ज कमी आहे तर मग या लेवलपर्यंत पाणी येण्यासाठी जास्त टाइम लागेल. परत तिसरी रीडिंगसाठी परत गेट थोडासा म्हणजे जास्त ओपन नाही करायचं. तिसऱ्या रीडिंगला 0.2 मीटर राईज होण्यासाठी परत जास्त टाइम लागेल, कारण इथून जे डिस्चार्ज आहे ते कमी आहे. त्याच्यामुळं द टाइम टेकन टू राईज द 0.2 मीटर हाईट इन द मेजरिंग टँक विल बी more. Okay, so this is the first reading. Okay, 8.8 into 10 raised to power 4 meter cube per second. Okay, now we have to measure fourth calculation, that is velocity of flow. Okay, आता velocity of flow measure करायची आपल्याला. सो आता इथं बघा, मी इथं हायड्रोलिक जमचा एक फ्री हँड स्केच काढतो. इथं D1 आहे आणि इथं D2 आहे, जे आपण इथं घेतलेलं आहे. D1 0.023 आणि D2 0.046 मीटर हे आपण घेतलेलं आहे. ओके, सो आता व्हेलॉसिटी V1 काढायची आहे, म्हणजे या सेक्शनला 1-1 सेक्शनला आपल्याला व्हेलॉसिटी काढायची आहे आणि 2-2 ला पण व्हेलॉसिटी आपण काढून बघू. So velocity is actual discharge divided by area of the flow. Okay, आता इथला एरिया काढायचा या फ्लोचा, तर ते एरिया कसं काढतो आपण, B into D, कारण हा रेक्टँग्युलर चॅनल आहे. आता B आपल्याला माहित आहे विड्थ ऑफ द चॅनल. इथं बघा आपण चॅनलची विड्थ घेतलेली आहे. किती घेतली विड्थ ऑफ द चॅनल, ऑब्झर्वेशनमध्ये 0.09 म्हणजे इन दिस ऑल्सो यू हॅव टू टेक 0.09 मीटर विड्थ आणि ही जी D1 आहे डेप्थ दॅट इज 0.023. तर आपण आता इथं एरिया काढून बघू किती आलं हे सांगू शकता तुम्ही. 0.09 इंटू 0.023. यस, बोला लवकर लवकर.
10 raised to
2.
minus 3. 0
2
7.
point. Your voice is 2.07.
0 7 into 10 raised to minus 2.07 into 10 raised to minus 3.
2.07 into 10 raised to minus 3. ओके, मीटर स्क्वेअर. ओके, मीटर स्क्वेअर मध्ये एरिया घेतो आपण मीटर स्क्वेअरला. ओके, सो नाव वी हॅव कॅल्क्युलेटेड A1. ओके, सो वी कॅन calculate V1. हाउ? वी हॅव द actual discharge 8.8 into 10 raised to power minus 4 divided by A1. A1 is 2.07 into 10 raised to power minus 3. तर इथं V1 आपण काढू शकतो या फॉर्ममध्ये. हां, किती आलं V1?
0.425.
0.425 मीटर पर सेकंड. ओके, आता हा झालं V1 0.425 मीटर पर सेकंड. ओके, नाव if you want to calculate FE1, that is Proud's number 1, which required in the observation table. Okay, so next calculation, that is fifth calculation, FE1, Proud's number 1. So Proud's number is given by formula V1 upon under root GD1. Okay, so we have V1 is, we have calculated earlier, that is 0.425 V1 divided by under root 9.81 into D1. D1 किती घेतलं आपण? D1 is now how much? D1 is 0.023. Okay, D1 is 0.023. So calculate FE1. Therefore, FE1
0.89.
894.
894. Okay, it has no unit because it is a dimensionless number. Now next we have to calculate FE2, that is Proud's number 2. So V2 divided by under root GD2. Okay, so we have to calculate V2, but V2 is equal to Q actual divided by A2. Okay, आता इथं परत मी फ्री हँड स्केच काढतो इथं हायड्रोलिक जमचा. दिस इज D1 and this is D2. Okay, so we have the D2 किती घेतलं आपण? 4.6. Okay, that is D2 is we have taken in the reading 0.046 meter. Okay, 0.046 meter. So Q actual is 8.8 into 10 raised to power minus 4, and we have to calculate area. So how will you calculate area? A2 B into D2. Width we know. How much is the width of the channel? 0.09 into 0.046. So we will get A2. A2 किती आला?
4.14 into 10 raised to minus 3.
Minus 3 meter square. So 4.4 into 10 raised to power minus 3. So calculate V2. Calculate V2.
0.2.
0.2 meter per second. Okay, then once we have the V2, we can find out the Froude number 2. Therefore, Fe2 will be 0.2 divided by under root 9.81 into D2. D2 is 0.046. Okay, we can find out the Fe2 now. How much is Fe2?
0.297.
0.297. Okay, Fe2 is 0.297. Okay, now last calculation we have to do, that is loss of energy due to formation of hydraulic jump. Okay, due to formation of hydraulic jump, that is delta E we have to calculate. So delta E is equal to, what is the formula for delta E? Anybody can tell me? आहे का लक्षात तुमच्या? डेल्टा ई चा फॉर्म्युला d2 minus d1 raised to cube divided by 4 d1 d2. लक्षात ठेवा, d2 minus d1 raised to cube divided by 4 d1 d2. So if I substitute the value d2 0.046 minus 0.023 raised to cube divided by 4 into d1 d2, 0.023 into 0.046. Okay, so you can calculate delta E. Therefore delta E should be, okay, किती आला delta E? In bracket 0.046.
2.875.
2.87. Okay.
875 into 10 raised to minus 3.
To 10 raised to power minus 3. Okay, that is 0.00287 meter. Delta is in meter now. So this is how we can calculate the various parameter, and we have to record in this observation table. Okay, so for serial number 1, we have a D1 0.023, we have a D2 0.046. okay, then rise of water level we have taken 0.2 meter. Okay, and we have calculated the actual discharge, that is 8.8 into 10 raised to power minus 4. We have calculated Fe1, Fe2. So Fe1 how much? Fe1
0.894.
Okay, 0.894. Fe2 किती आलं?
0.297.
297. आणि डेल्टा ई 0.00 किती?
28.
28. ओके, 28. आता हे सगळे आपण कॅल्क्युलेशन केले आणि रिमार्क मध्ये लिहायचं. हे बघा आता Fe1 इफ Froude's number, हे बघा, इफ Froude's number is less than 1, this is subcritical flow. Okay, Fe equal to 1 critical flow, and Fe is greater than 1 supercritical flow. Okay, supercritical flow. आता इथं बघा, आपला Fe1 किती आलं? 0.894, म्हणजे 1 पेक्षा कमी आहे. आणि Fe2 सुद्धा 1 पेक्षा कमी आहे, म्हणजे हायड्रोलिक जम्प फॉर्म होण्यासाठी इथं Fe ग्रेटर दॅन 1 पाहिजे आणि इथं Fe आफ्टर फॉर्मेशन लेस दॅन 1 पाहिजे. ओके, Before formation of the jump, there will be a Froude's number greater than 1, and after formation of jump, there will be Fe should be less than 1. म्हणजे the flow changes from shooting, that is supercritical, to the streaming, that is subcritical flow. That is known as the hydraulic jump. Okay. So this is how we can calculate the various parameter for the hydraulic jump, that is D1, D2. चॅनल मध्ये गेट ओपन करून पाणी सोडायचं आणि इनिशियली जेव्हा हायड्रोलिक जम्प फॉर्म होईल तिथं D1, D2 मेजर करायचं. मेजरिंग टँक मध्ये राइज ऑफ वॉटर लेवल ॲज्युम करायचं, तिथं ॲक्च्युअल डिस्चार्ज फाइंड आउट करायचं, अँड वी आर टू फाइंड आउट सायमल्टेनियसली Fe1, Fe2 and delta E. And also we can compute the conjugate depth also, that is the ratio of D2 by D1. Okay. So this is how we can study the hydraulic jump. Okay. And you have to record all the parameter. आता याला स्केच करून तुम्ही पॅरामीटर तिथं फाइंड आउट करू शकता. आणि हा जो प्रॅक्टिकल आहे तर हा अतिशय महत्त्वाचा आहे, कारण इरिगेशन मध्ये जेव्हा डॅम होती तिथं आपल्याला इथं PCC करावं लागतं आणि त्याची थिकनेस डिझाईन करावी लागते. थिकनेस ऑफ द PCC इन सेंटीमीटर और MM. ओके. तर ती थिकनेस जी आहे PCC ची ती डिपेंड करते या हायड्रोलिक पॅरामीटर वरती. नाही तर काय होईल, जास्त थिकनेस दिली PCC ची तर इथं जास्त तुम्हाला मटेरियल लागेल, आणि कमी थिकनेस दिली तर मग कालांतराने काही टायमाच्या नंतर इथून हेअर क्रॅक होईल आणि त्याच्यामधून पाणी पर्क्युलेट होईल आणि मग डॅम मे फेल. तर त्याच्यासाठी आपण हा जो पॅरामीटर्स आहे ते काढून बघतो आणि मग त्याच्या हिशोबानुसार आपण इथं PCC ची थिकनेस प्रोव्हाइड करतो थ्रू आउट द लेंथ ऑफ द जम्प. आता लेंथ ऑफ द जम्प जर आपल्याला फाइंड आउट करायची, आपल्याला डेप्थ सुद्धा फाइंड आउट करायची. तुम्ही आता आपल्याकडे टाइम नाही म्हणून डेप्थ ऑफ द जम्प कशी फाइंड आउट करायची, हे बघा, HJ D2 minus D1. ओके. आणि LJ 5 to 7 times द HJ. सो इथं आम्ही 6 times घेतो HJ. So you have to find out these two parameter. Okay. Because we have the D2 and D1, you have to find out LJ also, that is the length of the jump. And in this observation table you have to record the LJ here. इथं LJ सुद्धा काढून बघा आणि HJ सुद्धा काढून बघा. ओके. LJ and HJ. So this is the complete parameter for the hydraulic jump. Okay. So if anybody is having any question right now, you can ask. I am going to download the attendance.